Foreign policy issues, such as the ones we discussed in the first part of the program, figured to weigh heavily in the 2016 presidential race. At least that's how it looks right now. One potential candidate is trying to get out in front of some much anticipated criticism and comparison. Here's Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron.
With the Republicans increasingly convinced that foreign policy will be a major 2016 campaign advantage, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, in his first major speech on the issue, slammed President Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton for a failure of leadership that's left the world more dangerous.
With grandiosity, they announce resets and then disengage. Hashtag campaigns replace actual diplomacy and engagement. We have lost the trust and confidence of our friends. We definitely no longer inspire fear in our enemies.
As the son and younger sibling of the last two Republican presidents, Bush once said he would never publicly criticize them, but now knows convincing voters of his independence could prove crucial.
But I'm my own man, and my views are shaped by my own thinking and my own experiences.
Today, Bush acknowledged his brother's administration did make mistakes in Iraq. There were no weapons of mass destruction, and the country was not properly secured after Saddam Hussein was toppled. Nonetheless, Bush has signed on several veterans of his father's and brother's administrations to advise him on a muscular peace-through-strength approach.
Having a military that is equal to any threat is not only essential for the commander-in-chief, it also makes it less likely that we'll need to put our men and women in uniform in harm's way.
President Obama once downplayed the ISIS threat as the junior varsity. On the trail in New Hampshire this week, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie called him out.
This president had the audacity to tell us that terrorism is on the run. As they're burning Jordanian pilot alive, as they're beheading hostages, does terrorism look like it's on the run?
Hillary Clinton's State Department did not see Russia's aggression coming in Ukraine and resisted listing Boko Haram on the terror list. In Iowa, Florida Senator Marco Rubio recently warned that if Clinton is the next president, it will amount to a third term of Obama's failed policies.
She has no ideas for the future of our country. It seems like her agenda is going to be a continuation of what we're doing now.
Ohio Governor John Kasich just last night became the first potential 2016 candidate to propose ground troops to fight ISIS.
America's mission should always be to keep the peace, not to police the world.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, on the other hand, has argued that the U.S. should engage only sparingly and should steer clear of civil wars.
Bush argues that not only can the U.S. project power and enforce peaceful stability in far-off areas of the globe, it must do so for our own security, Bret.
Carl, thank you.